Mr. Moonshine himself. Look, I want to talk about this because for real, I want to talk about this now. I want to crack a live about this because I honestly don't even want to talk about this no more. And I'm on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? I could tweet this, I could write about this, I could put it on whatever platform, and no. Let's talk about this right quick. Because I want to talk about it in depth, clarify it, and then put it away. And then wherever Virgil Ortiz decide to do or decide to go, decide to fight, whoever Boots is gonna be fighting, whatever happens, whatever Matchroom want to do, whatever Golden Boy Promotions want to do, whatever Turkey I say want to do, what the Dana White want to do, what the DAZN want to do, whatever everybody want to do, whatever. Do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, man, I ain't no dummy. I ain't no dummy. I'm not no dummy. And I hope that a lot of people out there ain't no dummy too. But I can understand why there's these other writers and journalists and media, independent media platform won't talk about it because, of course, everybody's trying to pretend like they want to see for some answers. What is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Let's hear from Virgil's side. Let's hear from Golden Boy Promotion side. Let's hear what's going on. People do not want to burn bridges. People do not want to tamper with any type of relationship. People want to hold on to media credentials. People want to hold on to relationships. Again, at the end of the day, nobody want to tell the truth. Nobody want to tell the ultimate truth. Even let me tell you like this, man. I don't gotta read no damn court papers nor articles to understand what the hell is going on here. Hey, yo, if you a street kid, especially in the big city and stuff like that, if you dabble certain things back in the days, you understand what the hell is going on here. All right, this is easy. This ain't no. What is going on? What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? As we all know, let's take it back. Let's take it a little bit back. Let's take it a little bit back. Because it seems like a lot of people is just they trying to act like whatever been said wasn't said. What's been done haven't been done. You know what I'm saying? People want to pretend like they don't know what the hell is going on. That shit is funny to me, man. That's funny to me, man. Why? Why? Let me tell you like this. Hey yo, I'm gonna put it like this. For all the boxing content creators, for all the boxing independent media, boxing don't give a F about you. So stop trying to be friends with everybody. Stop trying to hold everybody's hands. Stop trying to in the end of the day, you know what these promoters gonna do? When there's an event, they're going to give the streamers outside of the sport of boxing all the exclusive. You haven't noticed? So, keep it real with yourself as an independent boxing journalist, independent media, boxing content creator, and stuff like that. That's really serious. You know the valid ones. You know the respectful one. You know the one that got, opinions is an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it could be an understandable one, right? Boxing, independent media. We are second fiddle. Content boxing, we are second fiddle to these people, these networks. You haven't noticed. I know some of y'all noticed, right? I know some of y'all be going to these shows and be like, damn, why this guy gets an exclusive interview? What type of platform is this? This ain't even about boxing. They don't give a damn about you, all right? And the boxing fans, most of the business, I've spoken to enough people in the business of boxing, right? For how many years I've been telling y'all, the boxing business is none of the fans' business. All right? But if people want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the truth. Let's talk about the truth. See, it's one thing about Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, is that you may not like what I'm about to say. You may not like the shit I be saying. Some of y'all like what I say. Some of y'all don't like when I say what I'm saying, but you can't even call me a liar. You just don't want me to say it. You feel me? That's one thing that nobody's going to say. Punch Drunk Boxing. Ugh. But he ain't lying, though. Damn, he ain't lying, though. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about Russia? I don't know, man. Damn, we ain't even talking about Russia right now, man. We talking about what's evident in the content. Wait. What I think about Russia? I don't know, man. Talk about me. Tell me what I think about Russian rum, Russian women, Russian boxers, baby. Caesar. Russia, Russia, Russia. That's good. Hey, yo, this is funny, man, but this is self-explanatory, bro. This is self-explanatory what's going on with Jerome Boost and his Virgil Ortiz and all this matter. Look, I'm gonna ask questions and the people in the chat. And y'all can put the answer in the chat, and y'all gonna be like, yo, Punch is just keeping it real. These other journalists is not gonna keep it real. I don't understand why these journalists is acting like they don't know what the fuck is going on. You gonna get one side, then you gonna get another side contacting you. You gonna get both sides trying to contact you so they can spin whatever narrative they want to spin. But this shit is easy. It's easy, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy to figure out. That's why you see the thumbnail. You see one side and you see the other side all by himself, right? In the end of the day, if I say to everybody, who built Virgil Ortiz? What promotional company built Virgil Ortiz? Golden Boy Promotion, Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion. That's the facts. I don't care if you don't like Oscar de la Hoya, if you still thinking about Oscar de la Hoya with his Victoria's Secret garment. Virgil Ortiz was built by Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion. Finito. Good. Right. We here, right? We here, right? That's the facts. That's the facts. Virgil Ortiz was not billed by social media platform. He's not a social media sensation. Everything that was billed by Virgil Ortiz is the matchmaking of Golden Boy Promotions, is the opportunity of what Golden Boy Promotions have put for Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz capitalized off. And Virgil Ortiz capitalized what he did in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Money's been invested. You've been signed. You've been helped in and out the ring. Your pop's been helped in and out the ring. You risk your life for the ring. Everybody is working on all cylinders. Everybody's working as a team. ¿Verdad? He said Golden Boy bill him, but also won't let him go because he's under contract. In the end of the day, people want to honor their contract. I understand when look, I'm gonna tell you, look. So this is about honoring the contract. When you're seeking for an apartment, right? Damn, man, this the landlord probably never didn't give you an apartment. This landlord didn't give you an apartment. If you're seeking for buy a car, damn, all right, man, damn, my credit is LL. You know what I'm saying? Man, this car won't let this bank ain't going loan the car, stuff like that. I can't get a loan from this one, and then boom, okay, I signed a contract to get this car. Now that car is not going to be worth what it used to be when you got it out the lot, right? But at the end of the day, you still got a contract with that car. You may not like the contract anymore, but when you first got the car, oh shit, yo man, you was washing your car every day, every 3 days you was washing your car. You putting the thing that smell good. You going to the hood. You going to see everybody. You parking your car. You going around the block. You parking your car again. Sometimes you just want to go to the store to buy nothing. You just want to drive the car. You love the car. You love the opportunity that this bank help you get a loan, right? But then 5 years later, you still paying for the same. You're like, man, come on, man. I don't like this loan, man. This shit, if I'm still paying for the same shit, bro, like, shut the F up. Because there was a time when you was all happy, right? Got a call when nobody else wanted to give you a call. Now, your credit score is so up, and you're like, man, why the hell am I still paying for this damn car and stuff like that? Now I could really get the car that I always been wanting to get the car of my dreams. You're gonna go to the bank, you're gonna go back to the car dealership and say, can you let go? Can we break the contract, please? Please, can we gonna rip the contract? No, you're not. All right? Honor the contract. But we're gonna be talking about what also should be honored by Golden Boy Promotions with Virgil Ortiz. You feel me? We're going to be talking about honoring the contract, but also let's talk about honorable things. Honorable things that doesn't have to be written in contracts, right? But just the respect. Just the respect. Honor the relationship. Honor the respect. Honor the how you say it? Honor the value of a potential fight that the boxing world says is a mega fight. Is it a mega fight or isn't it a mega fight? Is Boots versus Virgil a mega fight on YouTube, or is it a mega fight in the business of boxing that's going to maximize the dollars of any mega fight that Virgil Ortiz could make? Is Boots Ennis the business maximum mega fight he could get? No. No, it's not. I don't give it. No, it's not. Guess what? Guess what is the mega fight? The mega fight. I don't care if you don't like him. I don't care if he got his ass whooped by Bud Crawford from pillar to post, like I predicted that Bud Crawford was going to beat Earl Spence from pillar to post. The mega fight is Earl Spence and Virgil Ortiz in Texas. Relax, folks. I know you're not going to like it. I know you don't like, Virgil, Earl Spence haven't been back in the ring since he got his ass whooped. I'm not an Earl Spence fan. Like, I respect Earl Spence, but I'm not this Earl Spence fan like that. You feel me? Again, I predicted Bud Crawford was going to whoop Earl Spence from pillar to post. Matter of fact, I said it worse, and people thought I was crazy. I said that Bud Crawford was going to whoop Earl Spence worse than a car accident. And guess what? He hasn't been back in the ring yet. But when we talk about business of boxing, because a lot of people want to talk about business, A side, B side, he ain't worth this much. Virgil ain't worth all that much. That was turkey out shake money. Let's bring it all around. Let's make sense. Let's make sense. Virgil Ortiz versus Earl the True Spence in Dallas, Texas, in Dallas Stadium will do 60,000 plus. Almost selling out. Yes. Just like Earl Spence did for almost 40,000 versus a Ugas, a guy, a name that nobody knows. A Ugas and an Earl Spence, almost 40,000 in the stadium. Yes, Earl Spence and Virgil Ortiz in Dallas Stadium. And Jerry Jones loves Virgil and he loves Earl Spence. And guess who could fund that as well? Jerry Jones. Yeah. That's the biggest money fights for Virgil. Now, you see the thumbnail. You see one side, all these guys, and you see Oscar De La Hoya on one side. Let's break it down so you can understand what I'm trying to say. This is a war against Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. And nobody gonna tell me, Punch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all shut the F up. If y'all don't think I know what I'm talking about, sue me. Eddie Gomez is my name. Sue me then. Sue me then. Because I ain't stupid. Alright? That other side is colluding against Golden Boy Promotion, and that's plain to see. Alright? That's plain to see. Ain't no dummy. You don't gotta read court papers. You don't gotta read articles to understand what the fuck is going on here. Maybe you a fucking nerd that never stepped outside a fucking hood. This shit is so you can be on your stool in a block and see this motherfucker's going effed up over this guy. Hey, yo, man, yo, my man, yo, what's good? Yo, Punch, what's good, man? Yo, hook me up with the connect. Hey, yo, man, I know this guy, man, we could make a lot of money and stuff like that. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to make the most money you can ever be, that you can make. But you need me to get through that guy. All right, boom. Hold my hand, boom. You in position, I put you in position, I help you out, but let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? We all need each other. I got you. I got you with this connect. I got the connect. You don't got the connect. So I'm Golden Boy Promotions. Virgil Ortiz, we're partners in some stuff. Hey, you're the product, but we can make more money. I can make more money. Boom. Turk, what's good? That's my connect. Golden Boy Promotions also put Virgil Ortiz in position to make the most money that he's ever made. Right? Those are the facts. Rapstar was good. Rapstar Boxing Honor. Those are the facts. Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions help Virgil Ortiz lock in that $4 million deal, $4 million plus, right? To fight Madrimov and Boachuk. Yeah. Those are the facts. They was good with that, right? Y'all was good with me facilitating this shit through y'all. Y'all like that money? Yeah. I hope y'all get that money. Remember what I'm saying. Let's keep everything. I know there's going to be some people that are going to be on the Golden Boy Promotion side. There's going to be people out there that's going to be on the Virgil Ortiz side. And then there's going to be some boxing fan that be like, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I just want to see the mother effing fight. I don't care, man. Just give me the fight, man. And most of the boxing fans just want to see the fight. But we got to talk about this to understand. We got to understand it. If you don't want to understand it, shut the F up, and go to another video, go to another fight and stuff like that that's already made. But there's going to be a story going on. There's going to be more articles poured out, written and stuff like that. But I'm Punch Run Boxing to go and tell you the ultimate truth. You want the layman terms? You want the truth? Or do you want side and side? And one article is going to favor Oscar de la Hoya and go to promotion. The other article is going to favor Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz rep is going to contact certain people. Go to promotion is going to contact certain people. Some people are going to be more affiliated with that side. Other people are going to be affiliated with that side. Do you want the ultimate motherfucking truth? You come up Punch Run Boxing. Oh man, mi gente. Or go over there and feel stupid going back and forth. But I'm going to tell you the ultimate truth. Yo tengo que ya con esta vaina. Because one thing about the sport of boxing, let me tell you like this. One thing about the sport of boxing, that the people in the sport of boxing don't give a fuck about nobody, all right? Good looking out, Fight Fury Films, Collusion Peso, the truth teller. Good looking out. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Let me tell you something. In the sport of boxing, que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano, God bless you. I'm on the road, I'm on a rant right now. One thing about the sport of boxing, that in the sport of boxing, the personnel are geared not to give a F about you. It's geared not to keep it honorable. Ain't no such thing as honorable and loyalty in the sport of boxing. It's otro de mierda. I'm only cool with, they only could be cool with certain people if you spill and say what they want you to say. That's the only way that you're cool. It's just like a boxing content creator like myself, right? I could be like, hey, yo, this fighter, yo, put it this way. I can give you an example. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the man. Canelo Alvarez is the man. He's the man. As soon as I could give a little criticism of Canelo Alvarez, the people will turn, the people that were loving me talking about Canelo Alvarez will turn their back on me and tell me, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Punch, you don't know this, you don't know that. Because now I am saying something that doesn't coexist with your belief, your opinion about a certain fighter, that then I'm the enemy. It's the same thing in the sport of boxing. You're only good as long as as your opinion aligns with their opinions. As long as your argument aligns with their argument. And I'm going to say this before I keep going. I respect Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Pro Promotions. And I respect Rick Majirian, the manager of Virgil Ortiz. If there's any manager that has been publicly giving me props, has been Rick. Virgil Ortiz Sr., he's reached out years ago. He was cool. Man, I always say that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz Sr. Virgil Ortiz, one of my favorite fighters. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz. Oscar de la Hoya, the only promoter that reached out to me. Personally, I said, I like your show. You funny. I would like to be on your show. And he kept his word, and I had an exclusive interview with Oscar de la Hoya. So I'm going to tell you like this. Between Golden Boy Promotions, Virgil Ortiz team, they have showed me the ultimate respect. But the main respect, porque yo soy un hombre también, the main respect is for me to be who I am. For me to say the truth. All right? And if people do, I'm not saying they don't like or I never had nothing come back at me with disrespect from either side. All I'm saying is, if anybody in boxing wants to be cool with Postron Boxeo, the drunk with a mic, porque eso es lo que me llaman a mí. I don't know nothing. I'm going to say the truth. Because in the end of the day, all I have, me, Punch Run Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo, is my voice in boxing content. I don't got nothing else. My credibility is my voice. That's it. Virgil Ortiz's credibility is what he does in the ring. Rick Majirian, his credibility is him as a manager. Oscar de la Hoya, his credibility is his legacy and him as a promoter. That's their credibility. And they got to do it to the best of their ability. And me, Punch Run Boxing, con este microphone right here, aquí mimito, is my credibility. And if they don't respect my job, what I do, right? I'm saying this as a general statement. Then, no, don't be cool with me. You're not my friend and all of this and all this stuff. You don't respect what I do. Then no, I don't care. The only one that I really care, that cares about me and doesn't care about it is my beautiful children, all right? I don't got to prove nothing to nobody. But I'm going to keep it unbiased logically and objectively. Because at the end of the day, nobody in the sport of boxing gonna come to me and call me a liar. You might not like what I'm about to, what I say, but you know you can't say, Diablo, Punch Drunk is a liar, man. No. So, what up? See, say it, see, in the building. What's good? So, let's go through the situation. We got into the situation because Boots Ennis, as we all know, ducked the initial deals. Am I right or wrong? Everybody knows Boots Ennis ducked the initial deal. When I say duck, does it mean that Boots Ennis is afraid of Virgil Ortiz? No, Virgil Ortiz, Boots is not afraid of Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is not afraid of Boots. Okay? He felt like he wanted to do wanted to become a unified champion in the welterweight division and get the ring mag, whatever he wanted to do, But Boots did duck the initial offer that Turkey Al Sheikh had on the table for a Virgil versus Boots in a fight that all of us, 100% of the people, wanted to see, right? We would rather see a Virgil versus Boots rather than a Boots versus Stenionis. Yes, we didn't care. There's certain fights that we rather see the fight. Okay? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Bro, you are a great podcaster, but you low-key have the face of a cartel member. Shout out to Caesar con los 10 pesos a comprar comida china. De lo mío. No. Ese Canelo be with the cartelas. With the cartelos. Nah. But anyway. So, good looking out, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good Sunday. So, we all know Boots' initial offers he ducked the initial offers. When Turkey Al Sheikh, the money man, the ATM, the one that everybody was giving props. Oh, Turkey is the second coming of Jesus Christ in the sport of boxing, right? Let's be real. And it was one little podcaster named Punch Drunk Boxing that I said, man, yep. He's going to remember those videos? I'm going to put Matchroom Boxing in my pocket. Golden Boy Promotion in my pocket. Top Rank in my... You remember all those videos? Do you know how many people used to hit me up and say, yo, Punch, yo, I don't think those people find it funny. And I'm like, yo, man, come on, man. That's the way that I do content. Hey, yo, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be joking like that, but I like your content and stuff like that. People in the sport of boxing used to hit me up on a DM and tell me, yo, I should stop doing that. No. Why you be hating on Turkey? I don't hate on Turkey. I don't hate on Turkey. I love to see the chess play of Turkey. Porque like I said, like in the beginning, when you a street kid, you see la búsqueda, you see lo que va a pasar, el snake que va a pasar. You see. I've been in the street all my whole life. I see it, bro. I see this. This is nothing. Boxing. For how many years I've told y'all? Boxing is a gangster's playground. Boxing is full of sharks. Full of sharks and full of snakes. Eso lo que boxing. Eso lo que es. It's a pimping whole game. Eso lo que es. And you're going to get backstabbed and it's just a matter of time. That is boxing. Don't let nobody fool you about the sport of boxing. And the reason why people like coming to the sport of boxing, even street motherfuckers like to come to the sport of boxing, because it is like the street. It's the hustle, it's the grind, and the hustle of the grind. Mira, look. The screwiest attorneys are in the sport of boxing. That's why you see hustlers coming to the sport of boxing to wash their money, because it's still a game within the game. This was what boxing is, and don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody fool you in boxing. A knife like this is waiting on everybody's back. Mark my words, a knife in the sport of boxing is pointed at each and every boxing personnel. It's just a matter of time when it's going to strike, twist, pinch. That's boxing. Okay? That is boxing. And anybody in boxing, you call me, you email me, and call me a strict liar. Call me a liar. Call me publicly a liar. Because that's what boxing is. And nobody could tell me in boxing that that's not the way that boxing is. Boxing is mafioso. And it has the element of mafioso. It has the element of a drug game. It has the element of a hustle. It has the element of a pimp, of a pimp and hoe. That's what boxing is. It's how far you're gonna get effed. It's how far you're gonna get pinned. It's how far. It's how long you could keep that hoe on the street before she start respecting herself and go to OnlyFans. If you understand what I'm talking about, because that's what boxers could do. They gain a little bit of, oh, I don't need a pimp, so I go to OnlyFans and get their money like that. But in the end of the day, this is a well-rounded, a tradition of 100 plus years, 100 plus years business model. Do you understand what boxing is? Boxing is 100 plus years. You think, oh, Sufa comes over here, ain't nothing gonna change the sport of boxing. Boxing, it is what it is. And the people in the sport of boxing that says we want to change the shit in boxing don't want to change it, because that's when the hustle, then it fucks up the hustle. Oh my God, the belts, the belts. You know what I'm saying? The belts doesn't matter. The belts do matter. Don't let these fighters tell you the belts, because tell me any other fighter that's going to show you their contracts. Their contracts have belts within their contract. So if a fighter is ranked top 5 or a fighter becomes a world champion, that has to do within the manager and the promotional contract. You would get paid more if you were champion. You would get paid more if you were a high-ranked fighter. Put it this way, for us, the WBC interim man, what the fuck is that? But for Virgil Ortiz, it gets him more money. For David Benavidez, it gets him more money, because in their contract, that is a world champion. And guess what? When you're a world champ, you could get 100,000, 500,000, 300,000, even more. So when people say, oh, belts don't matter, tell every fighter to show you their contract. Tell every fighter to show you what they will get if they become a world champion or high-ranked fighter. So, but people say, stop saying that the belts doesn't matter. It does. It does. It does. Within their contract, it does. Am I lying? Anybody in boxing, please put in the chat, punch your line, and I dare you to show your contract. Huh? You know why people don't like to show their contracts? You know why fighters, I know there's clauses that you can't show it. But if they could show it, the thing is they don't want, as soon as they start reading their own shit. Look, I'm going to tell you like this in boxing contract. Tell you like this in boxing contract. If a fighter have the balls to read their own contract in public, they're going to read it. And the longer they're going to read it, they're going to feel something behind their ass. And the longer they're going to start reading, the stroke, young, and it's getting deeper. It's getting deeper, and it's getting deeper. Si van solina. Entiende, mi gente? Usted entiende? Oh, I'm lying. You don't own your likeness. If you become a world champion, it's an extension. Oh my God, an extension. Oh my God, because fighters only care about the bonus money. Fighters only care about the bonus money. When they read a contract, oh, you signed this, you're going to get what? $75,000, $100,000, 25,000 bonus at the time. You know, boxing is a poor man's sport. So they sign these contracts when they don't have a value. Then they have a value, and they sound like Jada Kiss Styles P and Sheik Luch on Hot 97 talking to P. Diddy and say that they only had $100,000 in their contract. But guess what? For 17-year-olds, $100,000 seem a lot. And you split it 3 ways. Oh, shit. It does seem like a lot of money until they start rapping and they start going touring and they start and be like, yo, man, P. Diddy is fucking us over. No, mother effer, you ain't had no value. You thought that $100,000 split 3 ways was a lot of money. Are y'all keeping up? Let me know. Are y'all keeping up? And good looking now, Caesar. Hey, yo, sending membership, Caesar. Good looking now. I just saw it right now. My brother just saw it. Good looking now. Shout out to the new members, man. Appreciate you, Caesar. Oh, y'all following? Let me know if y'all following. Let me know anybody, yo, Punch, you talking BS. Anybody. Any writers looking on, any promoters looking on, any manager, any fighter looking on, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Because I show you promotional contracts and manager contracts right now on my email. I know what it is, motherfuckers. I redline contract. You all getting fucked over, bro. All of you. It's how long you get fucked over. And I'm a person that I be like, hey, yo, my man, look. Mira, si tú coges eso, mi hermano, eso es lo que te va a pasar. Si tú coges eso, eso es lo que te va a pasar. Si tú coges eso, eso es lo que te va a pasar. Pero diablo, pero don't worry, you know what I'm saying? Pero yo, eso se acaba en 3 años. Eso te acaba en 3 años. That contract finished like in 4 years. Don't worry. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'll knock everybody out. Because that's how the fighters think. The fighters only think about the moment. Mira, you got this promotional contract, but you got this manager. Mira lo que te va a pasar. Mira, as soon as when you start making this amount of money, te lo van a quitar, mi hermano. Hey, I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy. Oh, I've gotten burned. Also, I've gotten burned, bro. I don't get my damn finder's fee. Huh? I don't get my finder's fee. Yeah, but I know boxing. I know boxing. I know boxing. And one thing, like I'm saying, one thing I took about, I took on my, I don't have the characteristic of my mom, but the older that I get, I understand why my mom moved a certain way. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you a personal example. So my mom is a very smart lady. She's a humanitarian, Washington Heights, if you know, Basilia Gomez. If y'all know, she's done so many things in the community, you know what I'm saying, from the heart, humanitarian. And I said, and she has gotten an award from Rudy Giuliani. She has gotten an award from Bloomberg. Right? The hard work that she's put. She's a workaholic, but a humanitarian and a Christian lady that money can't buy her. She doesn't care about. That's one thing my mom never was driven by money. I say, Mom, you don't say, well, the things that you be doing, man, you could make good money. She doesn't care. She does do it from the heart. She said, el trabajo mío, el trabajo de Dios. That sometimes even that ticks me off. Huh? Nah, you can make more money. You should go for this job, and you should go for this job. No, el trabajo mío. She does a lot of things to the heart. For the heart, right? The Let Poison movement in Harlem. My mom, go check it out. So I said to my mom, I said, Mom, why, since you always, help politicians, you know what I'm saying, like congressmen, congresswomen, and while they running, you know what I'm saying, and you run their campaign and stuff like that. You the person behind to run their campaign and put everything in line or whatever and stuff like that. Why you don't run for office? She said, because to be a congresswoman, a congressman, and a mayor and all that stuff, you have to be a liar. Y Dios me castiga a mí. I can't do that because I have to be a liar. That's what Mom says. And then I start thinking about me in boxing. You know what gets me in trouble, folks? These lives right here. These videos right here get me in trouble. That's what I said a long time ago. I said the only people that's going to hold me down is y'all, the people that's looking on, is the numbers. The numbers is never going to shut me down. But I don't got good numbers here. Like y'all can see, we only got 35 people looking on. We don't got good numbers. So it's easy to punch Run Boxing to the side. See, one thing is, I can't keep my mouth shut when I see the fuckery. That's my weakness, folks. My weakness is, it's like, I got to keep it real. My weakness is, especially in boxing content creator, whatever y'all want to call this shit, is I cannot keep my mouth shut when I see fuckery. I can't. I don't know what it is. I just can't. I can't. You know why? Because, and I said it, y'all been following the channel for a long time. I said, you know how you could really tick me off, like really get me mad, really get me boiled up, when you try to insult my intelligence. Outside of people disrespecting if anybody would have disrespect my family, my kid and all that, you know what I'm saying, siblings or whatever, outside of that, something that ticks me off, I just can't hold back. It's just that it is. That's why I tell people, yo, like my personal people, my friends, people that know me and stuff like that, they be like, yo, you take everything personal. I said, I don't know. I take everything personal to the people that I'm friends with, family with. I take things personal because one thing is, don't insult my intelligence. I don't like it. I don't like it when people insult my intelligence. And when I see something in the sport of boxing and you try to insult my intelligence, I just can't keep my mouth shut. I just can't. I can't. So when I see the situation with Virgil and Golden Boy Promotions, it's simple. Right after the fight, if y'all follow the channel, I said this fight is not going to happen. This fight is not going to happen. When I was saying for almost 2 years on my channel, I said that Turkey Out Shake, remember, pocket, everybody in their pocket, WBC in my pocket, everybody in my pocket, that he will strip the rug underneath their feet. And guess what? The promoters started catching on to what this drunk in the mic was talking about, right? But that's it. Remember, I kept saying all money is not good money. Remember, you all signed up. And everybody was saying, oh, Turkey Up Shake is just unlimited money. Man, it doesn't care if somebody got a limited money. People just don't throw the limited money. That money, that investment has its intentions. Okay? He's just not going to throw money away because I just want to see a fight. I just want to see a fight. Here's fight $10 million. Here's $15 million. Here's $20 million. Take it. No, ustedes son estúpidos. Nobody throws money like that. Not these type of people. Not these type of people. Not the Jews either. No. The Jews and the Arabics, when they got money, they think alike. They think alike. They really do. They're the biggest. They've gone against each other for centuries and centuries and centuries, but they think alike when it comes to. They think alike. They're very alike. They are the same. They are the same. They are the same. If you know the Arabs, shout out to my Arabs, love my Arabs. Shout out to the Jews. I got a lot of Jews people. They know this. They know together. They know this. They know it. That culture, no son beta male. No son beta male. And I'm talking about these Jews that they like esa vaina. No. I'm talking about de esto. They think alike. They're not beta males. The man run their family. You haven't seen Orthodox Jews? You seen the Arabics? Son lo mismo. Hey, aquí, let's go 50-50 with the wife. And, we're partners. They don't play that game. Mira, mujer. Hey, woman, go to the kitchen. Ate lo Arabs. You would not drive, bitch. All right, you could drive right now. Son lo mismo esa gente. Son lo mismo. Hey, woman, you cover it up. All right, all I want to see is this. All I want to see is that. Y la little Jews, the woman con la peluca. Cover up, all right? Cover up. Put the wig on, all right? You know what the Bible says, top. It's godliness. Cover the top. Son lo mismo. So, this started out with, in terms of Virgil and Boots, it started out Boots declined Turkey Out Shake's offer. Wow. Okay, then we moved to the Bowachucks. We moved to the Bowachucks and we moved to the Matchroom offer, which you're getting $4 million, right? $4 million. ¿Verdad? Then it comes again. Boots versus Virgil after the Lubin fight. Remember, Virgil Ortiz, Rick, Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions. When Virgil Ortiz in the post-fight interview after the fight in the locker room, and they was talking about who do you want to fight? I'm talking about after the post-fight when we saw Jerome Boots Ennis in the ring and stuff like that. What did Virgil Ortiz say? I will fight anybody, basically. I will fight Boots and stuff, but I really, my dream fight, basically what he's saying was the Earl Spence fight. And that's a big fight. Oscar de la Hoya said the same thing. Rick, the manager of Virgil Ortiz, said the same thing. So everybody was aligned, right? Everybody was friends, right? Rick, the manager of Virgil Ortiz Sr., Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions, was all aligned. Oscar de la Hoya said, yeah, the Earl Spence and Virgil will be a big fight. It will be a big fight. Virgil said that will be the fight that he wants. If he needed to pick Boots or Spence, he will pick Spence. Rick said that's the biggest fight for Virgil Ortiz. Everybody's aligned. Yes or no? Oh, I ain't lying. Oh, I'm lying? Oh, no. And then boxing content creators saying, fuck a Spence fight. We want a Boots fight. And other people, yes, most of the people outside of the business was saying, nah, man, we rather get Boots and Virgil, who Spence haven't been in the ring. That same day in which Boots Ennis jumped inside the ring, before that, it was Jermell Charlo and Jerome Boots Ennis talking, mouthing off Eddie Hearn, mouthing off at Charlo and Boots. Remember? So we that same day, we was talking about, wow, a Boots and a Charlo. Oh, Virgil and the Boots. Oh, Earl Spence was in the same place that night. What about Earl Spence? So the world of boxing was matching up a Virgil versus Boots, Virgil versus Spence, Boots versus Charlo. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? I'm going to detail, because now people want to miss and want to take out what's been said, what's been heard, what's been, you know what I'm saying? Am I right or am I liar? Am I liar? Right? Okay. So now we go into the logistic of the beginning of the real colluding. So, reports, and I'm going to go with the surface. So the report, after everybody was talking about the Earl Spence and the Virgil Ortiz, report has it, I believe even Dan Raphael reported on it, that the zone is blocking the Virgil and the Earl Spence fight. Am I right or am I wrong? Did that article or that report came out? The zone was going to block a Earl Spence fight, and the zone wants Golden Boy Promotions and Matchroom Boxing to secure the Jerome Boots, Ennis, and Virgil fight. Am I wrong or am I a liar? So, when the article in these recent times and people saying that, well, it's Golden Boy Promotions' job. Listen up. This is what nobody wants to talk about. Everybody just reading and saying, oh, okay. I guess that, saying that your Golden Boy Promotion wanted to give $3 million. Nobody want to say it, because people are afraid. You weak, coward writers are afraid to hold Turkey, the zone, accountable. Because you need your relationship. You need your exclusives. You need your media credentials. So you guys play like you don't know what the hell is going on. Right? But let the drunk in the mic says it, because you're all cowards. Let me say it. So, So the zone blocks a Spence and a Virgil fight. But why will you block a Spence and a Virgil fight? It makes sense for everybody. It's a money fight. And let me tell you like this, folks, whether you like it or not, when Golden Boy Promotions and PBC get together and do business, shit, they make a lot of money. I mean, it's always successful. Think about it. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Canelo Alvarez versus Munguia. You know what I'm saying? And then we know the history of, we got David Benavidez versus Sudo Ramirez coming up in Cinco de Mayo. And then the history of PBC and Golden Boy Promotions. I'm just saying the history of PBC and Golden Boy Promotions, they do know when they do business, is always a mega or a big event. Right or wrong? Am I lying? Call me a liar. Call me a liar. I don't care if you don't like or dislike Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion. I don't care if you dislike and like PBC, Al Heyman and stuff like that. I know the narrative. I know the community. I know the community that hates on those. I know the community that appreciate those. Am I right? Am I lying? Okay. So if in the contract, Golden Boy Promotion needs to present 3 fights, right? Fight Fury Films in the building. Con la 20 peso. God bless you, my brother, with the super chat, man. Appreciate you, bruv. He said Golden Boy versus PBC is always fire. It's always fire. It is, man. Anybody could tell me, can anybody tell me that they don't do a successful show when they do business together? And they've been at odds. In matter of fact, being at odds, let me say this. I also understand. In matter of fact, let me take a little bit of that back. Let me take a little bit of that coward stuff back that I said about certain about writers that don't want to really say the truth, or maybe don't want to give the opinion, so the listeners or the readers could really understand what's really going on, right? I understand by playing the don't have an opinion, because we've seen everybody in boxing go to war, and then eventually everybody in boxing that won a war still do business together. And if you are 100% opinionated, you close bridges. It's almost like when I'm gonna give you an example. It's almost like when you see a man hitting a woman, and you try to step in between their relationship, and you try to defend that woman, and then that shit backfires. So I understand. So I'm going to take that coward shit back. I understand why many credible writers, journalists, independent media do not want to give their thorough opinion on what we all know what's really going on, because eventually we will see Golden Boy Promotion still do business with Turkey. We will still see Golden Boy Promotion do business with the Zone. We will still see business going with Matchroom and Golden Boy Promotions. Just like we've seen Frank Warren and Eddie. Just like we've seen Bob and Eddie and Bob and Hoya and PBC and Golden Boy Promotions. So I understand why it's also smart not to give your ultimate raw opinion about something, so you could burn the bridge, and then eventually you lose what's the word? Access, right? I lost I lost access because I'm just too real and shit like that about it. But just like Dave Chappelle's show. Remember Dave Chappelle? He said, when keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah, that's been my life in boxing. When keeping it real goes wrong. Lono's Boxing in the building. What's good, bro? Okay, so I'll just say what these guys can't say. You know what I'm saying? I say what you're scared to say. So remember, in the contract, it says the Golden Boy Promotion needs to present 3 options, right? So there's people on Virgil Ortiz side that read the article yesterday, or has been reading the they had a hearing in court and stuff like that, and they want to go through the details, right? I think they was presented. See, they presented with Boots. They presented with Spence, and it was blocked. And there was also talks that Charlo put his hat on the mix, that a Charlo fight in Texas will be good for Virgil. Which the boxing fans, y'all don't like the Earl Spence and Virgil and the Charlo with Virgil, which it will make business. It will make a great business, move. And I remember I did a video and I said, Earl Spence versus Virgil, and in the co-main event, Boots versus Charlo, right? And I said, yo, these young guys could beat the guys from the other generation, so they could really, look, because we have Fundura versus Thurman, we have Virgil versus Spence, and we have Boots versus Charlo. right? And I've been saying that the 154-pound division is the most stacked division in the sport of boxing, that people shouldn't shrink the sport. It is still good. But these boxing fans, some of them are so, they so dumb. They just hate on everything. All those fights is good. All those fights make business sense. All those fights, all those fights. From Thurman, Spence, Virgil, Charlo, Boots, all credibility, all legacy fights for these young guys that's entering into their generation and they're entering into their prime, right? All those could be some type of passing of the torch fights, right? All of those could be passing of the torch fights, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody has beaten Jermell Charlo out of his undisputed crown. So if Boots would have fought Charlo, and let's say Boots beat Charlo, that win would be more credible than any win at 154. If Virgil Ortiz beat Boots, Spence, think about it. What has been the best win for Virgil Ortiz? The Majamov win. Why? Because Majamov was linked to Bud Crawford, and people try to gauge the performance of Virgil and the performance of Crawford, right? Now, let's say if Virgil beat Earl Spence, worse than Bud, it creates the mega big event for Boots and Virgil. It will still create more because they're still in their prime. They're still very, very young, right? I'm thinking about the business at the same time because all these guys are thinking about the business. So let's think alongside with the business with them as well. And the sport in 154 pound will still be lucrative. It'll still be exciting. All these relevant names fighting one another, right? So, but okay. So I think they had a Boots, a Spence, and Charlo. But all the fights is going to be shut down by DAZN, right? All the fights, right? Let's go with the wording, right? Because English is my second language. All right, let go. DAZN is reportedly blocking a fight between Ortiz and Spence, pushing instead for a deal with Matchroom Boxing to have Ortiz face Ennis. Reasoning concerns regarding Spence inactivity and blah, blah, blah. The people that are saying, we already know the legal actions between DAZN is involved in a legal proceeding regarding his broadcasting relationship with Golden Boy Promotions, COO Edward McCarthy. We learned this name, Edward McCarthy, one of the heads of DAZN, right? They want to lock in the Boots and Virgil deal. As you all know, Turkey Al Sheikh reportedly has shares of DAZN, right? So, how can Golden Boy Promotions, and this is on Virgil Ortiz side, right? How can Golden Boy Promotions offer you more fighters if it's going to be shut down by DAZN? And DAZN only wants Boots and Virgil. But if DAZN only wants Boots and Virgil, and Turkey is part of DAZN, why Turkey is not funding the fight? See, because in all actuality, the $3 million, now this is where, remember what I said in the beginning of the live? I said honorable. I said Virgil Ortiz should honor the contract, but also Golden Boy Promotions should honor the value of Virgil Ortiz. Fight with Jerome Boots Ennis, if you understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you an example. Virgil Ortiz honor the contract, you signed that, right? And you was happy with Golden Boy Promotions, even your father and everybody else, and Rick was happy with y'all even re-signing in 2024 with Golden Boy Promotions. Y'all was happy, right? Don't play the fool with us. You guys was happy. Virgil Ortiz's last interview to this day, Virgil Ortiz's last interview is praising Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. So you can't fake me. You can fake all these motherfuckers out here. You can't fake me. They're using you. They're using you to find the loophole within the contract so they could take you out that contract. Yeah, that's it. Nobody is stupid out here, okay? Virgil, you don't dislike Oscar De La Hoya. Virgil Ortiz Sr., you don't dislike Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion because you never would have put your son to sign. I don't want to hear in the tweets. I don't want to hear, that this guy didn't call or text when my son is in the... Deja la mierda, no somos estúpidos aquí. Don't insult our intelligence. Just Be real and be honest, man. You want to fuck somebody over, and that's the sport of boxing. It's a dangerous sport. There's too much money on the table. We gotta get whatever money is on the table that could be that the only chance for my son could get this money. Shit, if we gotta snake somebody for it, at the end of the day, then say it. Ese tu hijo anyway. Huh? Ese tu hijo. So what? Say the truth. Doesn't matter. Huh? Because you cannot tell me that in December, Oscar de la Hoya is everything and great, and then in January and all, deja la mierda. Stop, all right? Everybody, stop the bullshit. Stop insulting the intelligence of the boxing fans. Deja. And if not, don't tweet, don't put nothing out there, all right? Because everything is already on record, right? Everything is already on record. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say? Virgil Ortiz don't have a problem with Oscar de la Hoya. And Virgil Ortiz Sr. doesn't have a problem with Oscar de la Hoya and go to promotion. Eso todo mentira. That's lies. If there's an opportunity on the table, when that opportunity on the table, that money on the table makes them look like devils. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I say that all money is not good money. That money on the table is making that other person feel. I'm going to give you an example so I can break it down in layman's terms. You have a good woman. You have a good woman, right? But this other woman, una mami, and she loves you. Ay, mama, and she want to give you all the attention. She makes you laugh better than your own woman. She hears you better than the other woman. Ella te quiere singar, ay, mamá, la mamada, better than the other woman. Than your woman, and stuff like that, right? And then that woman, your woman is a good woman, good mother, good woman. But that is distracting you. The moment is distracting you from your good woman. And when you come in the house, you look at your woman como like she's bothering you. Like all of a sudden, like you're not giving her that type of love. You go all of a sudden, every man, be honest, we've been in the situation, probably even vice versa. The woman been in this situation as well with the man. For the moment, it's como like she's an irritation. Your good woman is an irritation. No, porque tú estás. Wow. She could be the best. Maybe she is the one. Or maybe, no, she's the one. But this is distracting. It's distracting. You're just distracting for the moment. She's not better than your woman. So that woman makes you look at your woman in a different light. That money, that $16 to $20 million by Matchroom Boxing is making you see Oscar de la Hoya in a different light. It's making you see Oscar de la Hoya as an enemy. It's making you see Oscar de la Hoya as a devil. That money on the table, that $16 to $20 million by Matchroom Boxing is the devil. That's the devil. Because it's not genuine. Because that $16 to $20 million is used by Mr. Aladdin to fuck over Golden Boy Promotion. And anybody, can tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that I'm lying. Maldito estúpido. Tell Puncho Boxing, Mr. Eddie Gomez, and sue me if I'm lying. Sue me. Am I lying? You think that Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn says, we want Virgil Ortiz. He's $16-20 million. Shut the fuck up. Because Eddie Hearn in December was talking about that. Eddie Hearn had an interview and said, I don't want to talk to a Virgil Ortiz manager, that we're trying to make a deal with Oscar de la Hoya and go to promotions. Where the fuck this $16-20 million came about? Where the $16-20 million came about? Dime, mi gente. When the $16-20 million came about? Eddie Hearn had an interview, right? Right? A little after the fight with Virgil Ortiz and they were saying we was trying to lock in a deal. But we don't want to talk about we don't want to talk to nobody but Golden Boy Promotion. We don't talk about Rick Marie. He even said Eddie Hearn said we don't talk to Rick. So how do you approach Rick with a $12 to $16 to $20 million deal? So they went with almost locking a $3 million deal, and then all of a sudden offering Virgil Ortiz $16 to $20 million deal. Man, ustedes son que yo estoy estúpido. I ain't stupid. I don't gotta read no fucking court papers, no article to understand what the fuck is going on. You can read anything you want. Nobody tells Punch Boxing, read this and read that. País, ustedes, yo no soy estúpido. Vamos a hacer el huevo ustedes. Yo no soy estúpido. All right? That 16, $20 million is not coming from Matchroom Boxing. It's coming from up más grande que ese tigre. More bigger than the guy. The guy that's overseeing everybody. The one. They're using it. They're using that money. And then that money is using that to get Oscar the Hoya go to promotion. Let's check the contract. Let's find the loophole. Let's find something to breach a contract so we can lock in the 16 to $20 million. But they say a lot. And the guy with the flying carpet is to fuck over Golden Boy Promotion. Y no me diga yo estoy hablando mentira, mi hermano. I know liar over here, and I know stupid. Sting. Fight Fury Film with a $20 super chatty party K. Good looking out. Staying with Golden Boy Promotion is like compound interest. Man. But look, I'm gonna go. Fight Fury Film. But I'm gonna go into the Golden Boy Promotions and what I feel they need to do. You know what I'm saying? I already know the play. The play is what I'm saying, but what I'm gonna say what Golden Boy Promotion actually needs to do as well to complement the true value, not of just Virgil, but the true value of a fight. Because I hear too many people in the sport of boxing on Twitter, on channels and stuff like that. And to be honest, that's why I went live. Because no disrespect to anything that I've heard. I'm not sure that somebody have said the same thing that I've been saying. But nobody is really saying the facts. The common sense, ABC, kindergarten, first grade shit facts. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out, right? Again, the $16 to $20 million deal is not coming from the heart and the account of Matchroom Boxing. No. But if you have the power of the McCarthys in the zone and the flying carpet man, that's where the money comes from. If they're not going to approve any other fight for Virgil Ortiz, what other offers can Golden Boy Promotions do or give of other fighters? Thus, the manager of Virgil Ortiz is going to be like, but in the contract, it says they got to offer us some 3 fights. The zone is not going to approve it. You understand? Yeah, though, I know, yes. You understand? So when y'all listening or y'all reading, oh, but Golden Boy Promotion needed to, if they can't get the boost fight, they needed to bring, the zone has, hold on, ¿qué dice aquí? Exclusive, let me see. Wait a minute. Because it says that that the zone has the exclusive rights to approve certain fights for Virgil Ortiz. The only fight that they approving is Jerome Boots Ennis. But what are they doing to Golden Boy Promotions? So of course, Golden Boy Promotions says, okay, he's a $3 million deal. Rick says $7 million. Now, $7 million for me is fair, right? It's fair. I can understand if Virgil is saying, yo, but I made more than that, which he did. But that's Turkey Out Shake's money. That's not your real value. But the real value of Virgil versus Boots is still a lucrative one. So it's still not good that Golden Boy Promotions offer Virgil Ortiz $3 million to fight Boots. And if Matchroom would offer $3 million to fight to Boots to fight Virgil Ortiz, I would say no. Don't fight. Go get the Earl Spence fight. You get the Charlo fight. Get the Josh Taylor fight. Get the Xander Saya fight. Get the winner from Durham and Thurman. No, because if we're talking about that this is the biggest fight and a mega fight in boxing, then no. Virgil is giving him $3 million and Boots. No. But so it's Golden Boy Promotions' job to understand now, look what's on the table for Virgil for a boost fight. You got to honor the value of what many believe is the biggest fight. But for Golden Boy Promotions, Rick, and even Virgil, after the fight, knew and publicly stated that the lucrative fight is the Spence fight, right? Everybody was on the same, same page until another entity came to disrupt the good that Rick, Golden Boy Promotions, Virgil Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz Sr., y'all was working on all cylinders. Y'all was loving each other. Y'all was respecting each other. Y'all was successful with one another. Whoever let the other entity walk into the entity that was working on all cylinders, fuck y'all over. And you know who's that? The man with the flying carpet. But none of y'all gonna say it because you don't want him to burn the bridges. Rick is not what doesn't want to burn the bridge with Turkey on Shake. And Oscar de la Hoya still doing business with Turkey on Shake. He's really not. He throws some subliminal shots, but he's not really gonna throw Turkey on Shake under the bus. The Zone is gonna work with Turkey on Shake, and Eddie Hearn needs to pop the ass pimples. He's not gonna do nothing but don't give them the offer. Give them the offer of $16, $20 million right now. All right? Virgil must not fight no one but Boots. But give them the $16 to $20 million guarantee. Don't give it to him. Let's see what this motherfucker's going to do. You understand? They can't offer Virgil Ortiz nothing else because it's not going to be approved anyway. It's not going to be approved anyway. So when they throw that shit out there, it's like, yo, you need to... No. Now, Rick is going to work for Virgil. Rick is not here to work for Oscar and Golden Boy Promotions. Of course, that's his job. His job is to be a promoter. I mean, his job is to be a manager. That is understandable. Just like Oscar de la Hoya, his job is to promote. But it's more than just promoting fighters. It's also locking in network deals because of the product that you have and things of that nature. Oscar de la Hoya may feel like, hey, yo, man, they gunning for me. They trying to use you to get to me. Bro, be loyal, my brother. You don't see the play? They using you to fuck me over, bro. And look at all the things that I've done for you. We're going to get that money. We're going to get that money regardless. I'm going to give you $3 million because I know you're not going to take the $3 million. Let's go somewhere else and let's get the big fight with Earl Spence and PBC, Estúpido, Virgil Ortiz. Listen to me. Pero tú estás aquí with the fucking $16 and $20 million. Y'all not understanding the play. Okay, I'm going to give you another example. Sometimes you give an offer because you know that person not going to accept. The thing is, you don't want it to accept. You don't want that person to accept. Let me give you an example if you don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all remember when Demetrius Andre and Zach Parker was going for a purse bid, right? It was a purse bid. The first purse bid was I think it was $1.8 million and stuff like that. The second purse bid was won by what, $300,000. It went from $1.8 million to $300,000. They knew, Frank Warren already knew. And look, Eddie Hearn didn't bid. That was Matchroom boxing as well. Eddie Hearn didn't bid. Nobody else bid. Frank Warren knew Demetrius Andre is not going to go for this. He's already making millions of dollars. Well, he's going to get paid $190,000 to fight Zach Parker. And what? Zach Parker's going to make $70,000, something like that. So the offer is made because they want you to say no, so they could move to another direction. But they could say that they did their business due diligence the proper way, and it was just not good enough, right? So they want you to say no. Hey, yo, I'm going to give Virgil Ortiz $3 million. But Virgil Ortiz, say no. Let's get the fuck out of here. We're going to make money. We're going to make money Amazon Prime with PBC, you or Earl Spence, Dallas Stadium. David Benavidez is going to fight Sudo Ramirez, right? Wasn't Sudo Ramirez and David Benavidez supposed to be a turkey card? Damn. David Benavidez left. Sudo Ramirez, Golden Boy Promotions. Doing business with PBC. So, Virgil, I believe that Oscar de la Hoya Golden Boy Promotions depended on the loyalty of Virgil Ortiz for all the things they have done for him. And that Virgil Ortiz money is inevitable. You know what I'm saying? See, Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion, they were prepared to fuck it. If Turkey don't want to fund the money, cool, we good. But also, Golden Boy Promotion is good if the fighter is aligned with him. Good. You don't gotta fund us. Trust me. I'll give Virgil Ortiz. We gonna give Virgil Ortiz upwards of $6 or $7 million if we go another route. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, behind the scenes, you could tell in the interviews, they already found out. Turkey Al Sheikh already stripped the rug underneath these guys. Eddie Hearn knows that. Oscar de la Hoya knows that. Todd the Buff and Top Rank knows that. The belt federations know that. Y'all know that. They know that. Shout out to Turkey. Turkey played chess with all these motherfuckers. He did. Y'all all fell for it. And I was saying it for 2 years. Y'all all fell for it. You know what I'm saying? I told you what he was going to do. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad that Turkey did that because I knew what was going to happen. I told y'all. I said that from the beginning. I said, this is Al Heyman with a turban. You know what I'm saying? The way that, you know what I'm saying, Al Heyman got together with Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, and then got to the position, getting a network deal, got to the position to get all these fighters to be with PBC. Same business plan. Sufa, they're getting their own belt. You remember with PBC 2015 when they get their own belt? It's the same play. I've been saying this since day one. People don't want to listen to me, but whatever. I said, and then the belt federation, bro, he's dissing y'all. He don't want no belts. He's going to do his own. Oh, no, you know, Mauricio Surma, he likes the sanctioning fees because if the fighter is getting this much money, guess who's paying? If the fighter is getting a $7 million deal, guess how much is the percentage in the sanctioning fee for that belt federation? For the meantime, these guys love the percentage that they was getting. So if a fighter is getting this much money, how much the promoter that's dealing with Turkey, their percentage is? How much the percentage of the manager is getting? How much the percentage the belt fee is getting? And then a guy like Turkey knows, look at this mother. You remember when I did that video and I gave you the example of how Turkey is like a dude that got all this money going to a strip club and he's gonna make all these women dance. He's gonna make all these women come to the boom boom room. I will make you dance. All of you. Money, 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 money. And everybody was dancing. Or all these cows dancing like hoes, and how many videos I did me pretending to be Turkey and doing all this shit. So I know I was having fun with it because I already see the play. Now all these guys is mad at Dana White. Eddie Hearn is not mad at Dana White. Hey yo, Eddie Hearn, whose plan you think it really was for Conor Ben to get that deal from Sufa? You know Dana White. You think Dana White know who the fuck is Conor Ben like that? He don't know Conor Ben like that. Who you think who's pulling the strings? Eddie Hearn. Remember what Eddie Hearn said? He said that Dana White does not do nothing in boxing unless it's basically authorized by Turkey Al Sheikh. He said that Dana White don't do nothing. He only listened to his daddy. So what did his daddy tell him? To sign Conor Ben for $15 million. Or you think that Dana White, when has he ever gave $15 million to any of these fighters in the UFC? Oh, and he comes to boxing and says, you know, I think $15 million is good for Conor Ben. No, you stupid idiot. It's the flying carpet man. But he's playing chess. So, in my opinion, now he's using Matchroom Boxing to offer the 16 to $20 million deals, thus using Virgil Ortiz to find a little loophole in the contract so there could be a breach of contract, and everybody is colluding for them to have a case for Virgil to leave Golden Boy Promotions. And that's it. And anybody tells me of either side that I'm lying, que se como un bicho. ¿Ok? Que se lo coman ustedes con arroz y habichuela. And if not, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I respect all the entities. I respect Rick. I respect Oscar. I respect Virgil. I respect Virgil Ortiz Sr. And at least the best thing that people could say to me is, you know what? Let Punch Boxing say whatever you want to say, because at the end of the day, we know what it is, but I ain't even gonna fight that one. I ain't gonna fight. He don't got enough views. He don't got enough views for it to really ring bells. That's how they looking at it. That's how anybody should be looking at it right now. It's just me, between me and 38 people looking on right now. And that's what it is. So the best thing right now Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion could do, in my opinion, is remember what I spoke about, honor the contract, but honor the value. I think that if you can't give Virgil Ortiz $5 to $6, $7 million, the pay-per-view, if they go over $100,000 or over $120,000, they could split that full ways, 50-50, right? A matter of fact, I think that Virgil Ortiz should have more, because Virgil Ortiz been on the zone longer. So I believe that Virgil Ortiz, if they look at their subscription, I think that Virgil Ortiz have brought more subscription to the zone throughout all the years he's been on the zone than the Boots Ennis. So a pay-per-view on the zone, I believe that Virgil Ortiz should get more of the split in terms of pay-per-view. 50-50 split when it comes to arena and stuff like that, however that works. But when it comes to pay-per-view on the zone, because Virgil has been on the zone, was built on the zone, and has brought a lot of subscription on the zone. Boots just really arrived to the zone, really. You don't have the number of fights or headlines in the zone like a Virgil Ortiz. I think that that would be a 60-40 split on a pay-per-view will be to Virgil. 200K, 200,000. Now they're talking about this 200,000 pay-per-view buy. That if it doesn't reach 200,000 pay-per-view buys, that's the only way they could get the back end money, right? That's the only way it could be split 50-50 and they get the full back end money. If they surpass, basically, I'm speaking in layman's terms, if they surpass the 200K pay-per-views, there's a lot of people right now saying that that fight would not do over 200K pay-per-view buys. So then I go again. If that fight that people saying is one of the biggest fights in America and a mega fight, remember what people call in Boots versus Virgil, a mega fight. I'm going to go on record. Me, Punch Run Boxing, going on record. Virgil versus Spence does more than Boots versus Virgil. I'm going to go on record for that. But I will rather see Boots and Virgil. Business-wise, I know, and everybody in the business know that that fight will make more, because the profile of Virgil of Earl Spence and the Virgil Ortiz, the storyline, but the profile of Earl Spence. There's a storyline between them, and there's a storyline of a comeback of a Earl Spence. And every time Earl Spence hit the scenes, Earl Spence, his profile speaks for itself. All right? It is what it is. And his profile is just as lucrative as a high-profile UK fighter in the UK. Earl Spence packs the place. It is what it is. If you could do 40,000 with a Ugas, can you imagine Dallas Stadium with Virgil versus Spence? So the honorable thing to do for Golden Boy Promotions and to Virgil Ortiz is for Virgil Ortiz to go to Golden Boy Promotions, call Oscar De La Hoya, and apologize like a man. Virgil Ortiz, that's your job. Forget about everything because all these guys work for you. So at the end of the day, they're gonna vow. It's for you to stand on your own 2 feet like a man, like a man. Huh? Rick don't have to do it. Rick is gonna work for you. Your father don't have to do it because your father is your father. You, Virgil Ortiz, will have to call Oscar de la Hoya like a man. Like you a man in that ring, y tú un guerrero. You gotta be a guerrero outside of the ring and say, yo, my fault. I apologize. But yo, this how much money I can make. You are a fighter, Oscar de la Hoya. I'm a fighter as well. You understand me more than anybody could understand me. You understand me more as a fighter, more than my pops, more than my manager. You understand me. And that's too much money on the table. Put yourself in my situation, Oscar, right? Because I know in your situation, you did honor the contract. But you was made. You was a Olympic gold medal. You had the fight. You had the profile. Okay, that's much money. But to fight Boots, I'm gonna need more than $3 million, my brother. If you truly believe in me and you truly believe in my worth, now $3 million, I can honor the $3 million contract. I can honor that contract, $3 million. But I'm fighting Boots, and y'all saying, and the world is saying that that's a mega fight. $3 million ain't no fucking mega fight. You know what I'm saying? Can you secure me the Earl Spence fight with PBC out here? Can you secure me that fight? And I would take that fight. Because we all know Earl Spence and Virgil Ortiz will do more than 200,000 pay-per-view buys. It will. It will. Because the profile says it will. You know what I'm saying? It will. And with the help of Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones, why you think Earl Spence has been successful? You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys are the most lucrative professional team, top 3 in the world. In the world. That's why when Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys team promotes Earl Spence leading up to his fight, is successful. Do you understand? So Virgil, in which Jerry Jones is a fan of, and a fan of Earl Spence, and if it's going to be leading up to the summer or close to football season, it is going to make humongous money. So the renegotiation needs to be that Virgil, Oscar, can you secure me that Earl Spence fight? And that's it. Secure me that Earl Spence fight. All right? How many more fights I got on my deal? Secure me an Earl Spence fight. Can you secure me? And we're going to make mad money anyway. Can you secure me after that? The winner, because you're already dealing with PBC. Secure me the winner of Thurman and Fundora. If it's Thurman, great fight. If it's Fundora, Mexican versus Mexican showdown. Can you secure me a Xander Zayas fight? Mexican, Puerto Rican. I believe that Virgil could still do business with Oscar de la Hoya. And I'm going to say, you guys don't need Turkey. Porque ese tigre va a sacar pie. Turkey is about the fight. Turkey is not about the fighter. You understand what I'm saying? Turkey is good for the fight, the matchup. A fight that we may want to see. But he's not about the career of a fighter. That's Golden Boy Promotions. That's Matchroom Boxing. That's Top Rank. So be careful. Be careful. He don't know nothing about building a career. And just because there's a $16 to $20 million deal on the table, you know if you lose, you ain't getting the rest of that money. Go ask Subir Matias. You're not gonna get we all know that if you lose, that they could easily rip the contract. I believe that The man with the flying carpet got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He's trying to facilitate his thing through Dana, in my opinion, which he's going to do his business. That's the way it is. But why do we see Devin Haney negotiating with Rolly Romero with PBC? Anybody been talking about that? Ladies and gentlemen, why no reporter, boxing scene, Dan Raphael, Mike Coppinger have talked about, isn't it weird that Devin Haney, that's been getting so much money with Turkey Al Sheikh, is negotiating with PBC all of a sudden? Why would the Haneys be negotiating with PBC if they made 10 million with Jose Ramirez, 12 million with Brian Norman? Why nobody's talking about that? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? Why David Benavidez and Sudo Ramirez is with PBC right now? Anybody? Why is Turkey Al Sheikh's not funding Boots versus Virgil all of a sudden? Anybody? So I feel, go back to the traditional way of doing business of boxing right away. We don't know. We don't know the guy's intentions, and guess what? You're not within his plans. None of the promoters, you're no longer within the plans of Salas, Turkey, or whatever. Look at Frank Warren. Look at Frank Warren suing Ring and Salas, whoever they suing all these dudes, huh? Because they all catching up, man. I feel like the $16-20 million is a hoax. Not a hoax in saying like let me change my word. If you look at, I'm good with how people talk, how people. You remember leading up to all this situation with Golden Boy Promotions and Matchroom. Look how Eddie Hearn is speaking about it. That situation. He looks like a person como he don't even like what the hell is going on. He don't like what's going on. And I feel like they got him in the middle of this. And they using his promotional company. They giving him la pitola. You offer him. You offered him. Come on, man. I don't even want to deal with that. Let them deal. No, you would offer him, right? You would offer him, or we not be working together. You have to pull the trigger, all right? Offer him the 16 to $20 million. Just to take Oscar de la Hoya out. Sorry, no. Oscar de la Hoya been too good for the sport of boxing. Ese tigre no es nadie. Alara no es nadie. Oscar de la Hoya is a legend. Oscar de la Hoya should be held with ultimate respect. Golden Boy Promotion have done too much in the sport of boxing. Para este tigre que viene aquí, no. Yo sé lo que es, mi hermano. We know what it is. And I understand that managers don't have to work for the promoters. That's not their job. They're not puppets. And Rick is one of the best managers in the sport of boxing. Like Keith Connolly is one of the best boxers in the sport of boxing. They don't have to work. And sometimes there's promoters out there that they do have managers that caters to them rather than the managers working for the fighters. So this is no pun intended to any of the manager. I got a lot of respect for Rick, got a lot of respect for Keith Connolly, got a lot of respect for Bill Haney and stuff. They've done a wonderful job. There's certain managers, they're not puppets to the managers. I mean, there's a lot of managers, there's certain managers that they're not puppets to the promoters. But I think there got to be some renegotiations. A Virgil versus Boots. A Virgil versus Boots. $3 million is too low. Is too low. No, he should get more than that. And I keep it consistent. Just like when I was talking about the Earl Spence and Bud Crawford fight a long time ago, and people was talking about 70-30. No. Both of these guys need to get $20 million or more. Just like I said with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. No. Amanda Serrano needed to get $1 million. Get the fuck out of here with the Matchroom. I mean, putting her in the co-main event in the backyard of Eddie Hearn's mansion, in the co-main event of Pavelka and Dillian White. No. Amanda Serrano is a 7-figure fighter, so I keep it consistent. No. Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz should not be getting no damn fucking $3 million to face Boots Ennis. No, that's a mega fight. $3 million. It's with pennies. No, me da $7 to $10 million a ese tigre. And if you can't give $7 to $10 million to them, that means that that's not a good fight. I mean, that's not a mega fight. And Golden Boy Promotion have way more respect that it's inevitable. It's inevitable that Virgil Ortiz is gonna make that type of money. Do you believe Sufa blocked their prelims on YouTube in America? I don't know. Look at that situation with J.O. Patai and Sufa and the Belt Federation and stuff like that. Everybody's trying to snake each other, bro. Well, that's what I said in the beginning. That's what I said in the beginning of the live, bro. Everybody trying to snake each other, man. Everybody got a knife behind them. Either they're going to pinch it, either they're going to go shoo, and they're going to stab, and either they're going to twist it. That's boxing. That's boxing, man. I knew this guy was going to disrupt the loudest thing in the sport of boxing, and not for the good. It's not for the good, bro. It's not. And sorry, he didn't give me the fights that I want to see. That's on y'all. There's a lot of people out there. You guys fell over heels for that guy. Nah. Shout out to Turkey, but I said he ain't indifferent. Nah. He ain't give me no damn David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. That's what I wanted. He ain't do nothing. Okay, he gave me the undisputed of Usyk and Tyson Fury. All right, okay. What else? He gave me Bivol Beterbiev. Okay. All right. But you know how they got that. Let's not forget that WBC didn't want to sanction that fight with Russians, remember? But that money was too good. That's how I got. I come to WBC, I put you into my pocket. So, like Sufa been in boxing for how long? Dana White been having Sufa for over 10 years. But it's funded now. Right? So all I'm saying is, man, is unfortunate that situation is happening, but I don't need to read no damn court papers. I don't need to read no damn articles to understand what the hell is going on here, man. This is easy to say, bro. This is easy to see. Everybody is guilty, bro. Everybody is guilty. Everybody using everybody snaking everybody ratting everybody. All y'all some snake ass motherfuckers, all of y'all. But it's all good, but that's the business of boxing. So it's not when we see the snakes, this is just boxing. That's like if you go into the zoo. Not to the zoo. That's like if you go into the jungle. And you be like, oh man, what the fuck? What's up with these lions out here? Nah. The problem ain't the lions. The problem is you ain't supposed to be here. You understand what I'm trying to say? You ain't supposed to be here. The good guys ain't supposed to be in boxing. Huh? No. You don't. We see it every day. A promoter could be talking high about this fighter, and then when that fighter leads to the other promoter, oh, that fighter. Look how Eddie Hearn was talking about J.O. Patai. Huh? Look at that. When they with them, they're all good. Look how Eddie Hearn used to talk about Devin Haney, and then when Devin Haney decided to go, and then now he throws some shots. That's how it is in boxing, bro. What's good, Jose? That's how it is in boxing. You know? He's all good. Edgar Berlanga's all good. And then Edgar Berlanga leaves, and then that's how the promoters are, man. That's how boxing is. Look at Conor Bent. Look at Eddie Hearn with Conor Ben, and now how look how Eddie Hearn think about Conor Ben. That's boxing. Boxing is a wild, wild west, man. But at least Conor Ben did his thing while he was a free agent, though. Virgil's not doing his thing while he's a free agent. But in boxing, you could renegotiate within that live contract. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Golden Boy Promotion need to do, in my opinion. You unhappy? What you want to work on? So Virgil Ortiz the other day said that we not working. I'm done with Golden Boy Promotions. I could understand the attitude of Golden Boy. Okay, you done with me? Okay, you done with me? Mira, señor. You're not done with me, my brother. Huh? Or you gonna shit on me like that? Ah, ¿por qué tú tigre? Así no, mi hermano. No, así no hable. Eso. Hey, yo, that right there, in the street, that response by Virgil T, me a bang, así me meto in the street. I'm not gonna be like, ay, mira, te tigre, who you think you is? Huh? After I helped you and did this for you and this for you and stuff like that, and to facilitate this and this and helped you out when you ain't had shit. Yeah, tú me dices you're not gonna deal with me. Mire, who you think you are, my brother? De aquí, make your life a living hell. Como a bitter baby mama. Oh shit. Still no announcement on Bam's contract. Who announced it? Who announced it in the first place? Virgil is a pendejo for backstab. Oh, the bone. Again, I think that Virgil just need to be his own man. And there's certain things that you got to deal with yourself. It's almost like when we wanted to see Oscar Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao needed to take it into their own hands and have that conversation, meet up with each other, and really make the fight. Just like just like Bud Crawford and Earl Spence had to call each other to make the fight. There's some times where, and I learned this. I'm gonna tell you. Shout out to Boo Boo, Demise Andre. He told me this shit one time. He said, yo, if I would have eliminated the middleman, then I understood in my career, the middleman is what kept me from getting certain fights. As soon as I got rid of the middleman, because Demise Andre secured the David Benavidez fight with an attorney. No promoter, no manager, just an attorney. He said, as soon as I got these managers and promoters out of my life, I secured a David Benavidez fight like that. Bud Crawford did the same thing. Bud Crawford even fired his attorney and got another attorney from New York City and secured the Earl Spence like that right after that. Because you got to understand, folks, that these managers, promoters, they in the game for, this is their game. Fighters come and go. This is their game. You understand? And these people also have relations because there's going to be fighters. They're going to facilitate to these promoters. They still got to be cool in a certain way. They might be angry for a couple weeks, for a couple months, for a year, but a promoter is going to need that manager if that manager already signed that fighter, and they all going to have to work together eventually. Fighters come and go. So, but there's fighters I know that says managers have kept them from getting this money, kept them from this fight, acting like we can't get this, we can't get that. That's why there's some people that's mad at the manager of Virgil. People feel like it's Rick that is fucking shit up. There's people that feel like, no, it's Oscar effing things up. There's people out there that know it's the zone effing things up. Why would the zone say, oh, they don't, reportedly that the zone is blocking Earl Spence and Virgil? The same thing they did with Canelo Alvarez. They was blocking a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez, and I thought, who was it, Billy Joe Saunders? And then all of a sudden, when Canelo Alvarez leaves, Golden Promotions and created this chaos and lawsuits and shit like that. Guess who we seen Canelo Alvarez fight eventually? Billy Joe Saunders. So the couple fights that the zone was blocking, let's matter of fact, let's so you can understand what I'm saying. So y'all won't call me a liar. Let's do it together. Mira, aquí me meto. We go back. That's the beauty about the internet sometimes. The zone blocks, mira, Saunders fight. A ver, if it show. AI is our friend. In 2021, fight between Canelo and was not blocked, but rather it was the zone promoted event. No. Before that, the lawsuit, the lawsuit. Say the lawsuit, the lawsuit. 2020. There you go. Alvarez sued the zone and Golden Boy Promotions for breach of contract. Over 280 million after the zone refused to pay his full 35 million purse for proposed fight against Billy Joe Saunders. The zone blocked the fight, arguing Saunders was not a premier opponent and demanding a trilogy fight with Triple G. Y'all get it? I'm gonna read it again. The Zone Golden Boy Promotion, Canelo sued the Zone and Golden Boy Promotions. Let's switch the name up. Virgil Ortiz sued Golden Boy Promotions for breach of contract, seeking over 250 million, right? This is Canelo. Now seeking 16 to 20 million dollars, right? Because there was a contract on the table. Refused to pay the 35 million purse for proposed fight against Billy Joe Saunders. They proposed $3 million to fight Boots. The zone, but they wanted Earl Spence, right? They wanted an Earl Spence fight. The zone blocked the fight, arguing Saunders was not a premier opponent, demanding a trilogy fight. The zone is demanding a fight with Boots. The filed in federal court that also alleged breach of contract, fraud, and interference, alleging the zone had no right to reject an opponent under the original contract. Why the zone wants to reject a Spence and Boots? I'm sorry, a Spence and Vergil. All right, let me ask a question. Do y'all think that Boots versus Vergil will do over 200,000 to 200 over 200 pay-per-view buys? Oh, that should be a poll. Who will make more money? What makes more money? Oscar could now make Boots. I'm just saying, bro. We want to see Ryan versus Haney. I want to see that fight too. I think if a lot of people don't believe, look, if a lot of people don't believe that, if a lot of people don't believe, if a lot of people don't believe that Boots and Virgil could do over 200K pay-per-view buy, then that's not a mega fight. The people lying. It's not a mega fight. And I don't want to hear, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that the pay-per-view model is not. Shut the fuck up. If that don't make more than 200, it's not a mega fight. I don't want to see it. The 154-pound division is so stacked up that nobody should, the top 10, top 5, especially the top 7, all of them got options. Nobody should be having problems with nobody. Like Virgil shouldn't be having a problem that can't get a fight. Boots and as a matter of fact, who Boots and gonna be fighting next? We talking about Virgil and Boots. Fuck it. That fight is not gonna happen. Who Boots gonna fight? Who Boots gonna fight? Charlo? Is he gonna go out there in the UK and fight the champion, Josh Kelly? Why nobody's saying, hey yo, Boots Ennis go out there and fight Josh Kelly? Matchroom boxing, they got both of these fighters. Let's make that fight happen. Because it's gonna do a stadium. Yeah. Yeah. Josh Kelly already got the owner of the soccer team out there. Josh Kelly already got a stadium fight waiting for him. Josh Kelly already got a stadium fight waiting for him. Boots, hey, you could take a page out of Earl Spence when he went out there to Sheffield to a stadium, almost 40,000 in that stadium. Can you imagine, going out there and shutting up 40,000 people? Ay. Can you do it, Boots? I don't know. Josh Kelly, one of my guys too, man. I've been saying for a long time that's a mega fight. I was talking about Josh Kelly versus Jerome Boots Ennis before Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz. How about Virgil versus Sanders Sayas, Puerto Rican versus. Think about it. Xander Zayas, Virgil Ortiz, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend, Madison Square Garden. Ay. Dime mi gente. Man, I don't give a... Yo, in 154, I love the fight with Boots and Virgil, but man, there's so much fights to be made, man, just as equally interesting. Boots versus Charlo. I like it. Charlo versus Spence. I like it. Spence versus Boots. I like it. Spence versus Virgil. I like it. The winner of Fundura and Thurman. I still want to see Thurman versus Spence. If Thurman beats Fundura. If Fundura beats Thurman. Fundura, we remember people liked that fight. Fundura versus Spence when they got face to face or through a pitch or whatever. But anyway, man, all I'm saying is I don't think it was bigger than it. I think the 16 to $20 million approach from Matchroom Boxing was bigger than just the problem is it's bigger than the Boost fight. This ain't a Boost situation. That's a narrative. They're using all this narrative. They're using the Boost. They're using the Matchroom. They're using the Virgil. They're using this. They're using everybody, bro. And I'm not gonna fault anybody. It really is nobody's fault. Oscar De La Hoya needs to protect his investment, needs to protect himself and the fighter that he had a contract with. Rick has to protect his fighter and work for his fighter. It doesn't matter if he hurts Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions' feeling. That's not his job. His job is not to manage Golden Boy Promotions. Rick's job is not to manage Golden Boy Promotions and the zone and all. His job is to manage Virgil Ortiz and to seek the most he can for Virgil Ortiz. Just like a financial advisor is not going to care about you. If I hire a financial advisor, the financial advisor is not so they can manage you and your money, all my wife's money, all my kids' money, all my mama, all my daddy's money. No, it's for me. It's for me. If Burger King hires a manager, it's not for Burger King to manage McDonald's. But you're right, Jose. They are targeting. They are. And just, hey, yo, if everybody's all thorough, say it. Say it with your chest. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah. You see how Turkey is with other people? I would never do nothing with him. Don't tweet that shit, Virgil Ortiz. Man, do an interview and say it with your chest. Huh? Say that, Oscar, I dare to say, Oscar De La Hoya treat me like shit and didn't do this and didn't do that. You know you can't say it publicly because then they're gonna do video, they're gonna do what you just saying now and what you said before. Then you got influenced by your peoples. You got Virgil Ortiz is influenced by his dad and his manager. And say it. That's it. It's all right. All I'm saying is, even with that, yeah, taking into consideration those, but at a certain point, you're gonna have to deal with it like a man as well. Just like you are a man in that ring, deal with it. Deal with it. Con ese tigre, deal with it. Call that man. In matter of fact, Virgil Ortiz, I want you to do a clapback Thursday and be live. I want to hear your mouth. I want to hear. I want to see a visual because I don't even believe that the tweet that he tweeted was him. I want to see Virgil Ortiz. Just like at a certain point, we got to listen. We got to listen to Canelo. We got to listen to Tio. We got to listen to Boots. We got to listen, right? When people got like, we got to listen to Brian Norman. When we was listening to his father, hey, yo, sometimes we get tired. People want to listen to Devin. People don't sometimes want to listen to Boots, to Bill, right? At a certain point, people don't want to listen. They just want to listen to the actual person. What you think? Because it's your career. You risking your life. But anyway, man. Let me go eat, man. I just wanted to cut a lot because I don't even want to tweet. I ain't want to tweet this shit. I ain't want to like... It's too much, man. It's going back and forth for no reason, bro. For no reason, man. For no reason. But this is boxing, though. It's boxing. It is what it is, man. In boxing, you just got to learn how to swim with the sharks. In boxing, you got to swim with the sharks. Got to understand every fighter. You listen to your boy Punch Drunk Boxing. Managers, promoters, everybody got a knife behind their back. Everybody in boxing. And it's going to be in-house, our house, whatever house. And guess what? Everybody get a knife too. If everybody got a knife in the back, everybody got a knife too. You might not even know that you got a knife. It's probably in your pocket. Everybody's like this in boxing. They got a knife in the back and they're about to stab somebody else. As a matter of fact, get a knife that has 2 points so you could be king, 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 and fight back. It is, man. Again, I like that I like how the career of Virgil Ortiz been going, man. I like how it's been going. And before December, everything was beautiful, bro. Everything was beautiful. Everybody was singing the same tune. From Virgil, we want Earl Spence. From Rick, his manager, saying that the biggest fight is not even Boost. The most lucrative fight is Earl Spence. From Oscar De La Hoya saying everybody was aligned. Algo pasó, and y'all know what happened. That devilish money sat on the table that has no intentions to keeping the well-oiled machine going. That money on the table that is not genuine, that does not come from a good place, that money is evil. Rick, Virgil Ortiz Sr., that money is evil. You understand? That money is evil. Es del diablo. Es del diablo. Y usted lo sabe. Ya know it. That money is going to make you do uncharacteristic thing. That money on the table is going to make Virgil Ortiz, that was once looked upon as one of the most humble cats in the sport of boxing, and honorable cats, that money is going to turn that young, honest, genuine man. Y'all fill in the blank. Now, I'm not going to say you don't got to believe in God. Not everybody believe in God. But you know and I know You know and I know. Virgil Ortiz Sr., Rick, even Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. That money on the table. El del Diablo.